welcome you specially to this series of 700 Great Foundation. This is where we find happiness in the happiness of others. If you're watching us for the first time, you're onto the right channel where we put smiles on people's faces. I am Peace Godwin, and today we'll be looking at a different topic: helping people, serving in love. And to do justice to this, with me in the studios are
Olukayode,
Janet,
Olumide.
Yes, my colleagues have mentioned their names, and let me ask us, do you believe that if you want to be great, you have to humble yourself? How humble are you to serve? And before we move deep into this topic, let's go for a short time out.
ṣó wá ní ìrànlọ́wọ́ kan tẹ́ fẹ́ kí Ọlọ́run ló ṣe fún yín.
wọ́n nílò ìrànlọ́wọ́ lórí ẹ̀kọ́ àwọn oníṣẹ́ mi.
Well, she said that since the husband retired from work, things has not been easy with them, and even this area, the little she's into, is not forthcoming as she expected, and she needed support. So she said she's also happy that this support comes today to her, that she's part of the beneficiary.
ilé-iṣẹ́ wọn lò pé o kò ní lọlẹ̀ o ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ìwà tẹ́ jíṣẹ́ náà ló gbogbo ẹ̀rọ àánú gbà á.
Welcome back. You're still watching 700 Great Foundation. This is where we find happiness in the happiness of others. If you're watching us for the first time, you're at the right channel. And if you want to say anything or you still want to watch us, you can watch us on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. You can watch us on the Facebook. You can also send your comments, support to 700greatfoundation@gmail.com. Now let's move to the discussion in full. We talked about serving in love. I wouldn't know if we can actually shed more light.
Yeah, thank you very much. Serving in love simply means when you use your money, your time, your skill, or any resources within your disposal to reflect the love of Christ in other people. That is what I believe it is.
Wow, thank you so much. I really love that. Do we have any other thing to say to it?
Yes.
Let's have it.
Serving in love, it's a very powerful combined meaningful phrase.
Okay.
It's to give of yourself selflessly without expecting anything in return. Looking at Galatians 5 verse 13 says, serve one another humbly in love.
Wow. Okay. Oh, so that's it.
Yes.
All right. Olumide, what do you have to say to serving in love?
Thank you. To add to what she said,
Okay.
serving in love refers to the act of providing an assistance to others and not expecting to give back reward from the person you give the goods to.
Okay. I really love that. We've all actually made, at least give meaningful points, not being selfless, not expecting reward, using what you have to serve. Okay, now let me ask us, because I don't know, I don't believe I know, and I want you to shed more light on it for me. Okay, now we talked about serving in love. The question is, who can be served? Is it just anybody you see, you serve, just like they do at the party? You go to party, you have to serve this, serve that. Who can be served?
And we can give food items. Serving means to the people emotional support, listening to someone in need, cares, and through our knowledge too, we can serve them.
Thank you so much. You said anybody can be served. Okay, and if you've even mentioned my question you want me to ask. Okay, you said you've also told us that how it can be served. All right. Now the thing is, you've talked about how it can be served. Who can be served? Are there things? Are there substance that can be served? Because it's like you mentioned just no substance. Are there substance that can be served? What are those things that we can serve?
I personally believe that items that can be served through health care food items, emotional support, and also through advocacy and awareness. What I mean by emotional support is imagine someone that just gave birth, that the child is no more. You know, just imagine what she's going through. Imagine what she go through her trimesters, or a student that's prepared well for his or her exam, and when the outcomes of the result is out is bad. And also what I mean by advocacy and awareness is to speak up for those without a voice. Speak up for those without a voice, educate them, educate others on issues like mental health and climate change. And
Food items, like our clothing. Do you know that Nigeria, our problem is in our faces? There are some people that actually seriously need the food. There are some people that they need the bread. But do you know that there are some people that are going through serious emotional problem that need spiritual attention? For example, like praying with them or counseling them. So there are a lot of ways we can serve others. It's just that we need to be led by the Spirit of God to know what the services that we can render as a Christian to our fellow Christians. Thank you.
Oh, this is interesting. I think I love the spiritual aspect of it that you can serve. Okay? Now, Janet actually mentioned food items. These are physical substances that we can see, we can touch.
Yes.
Then when we talk about the spiritual aspect, actually these are the things we can't touch. Okay, I believe we all agree. And we all need prayers. Who doesn't? It does not matter your level, your status, your religion. We all need prayer. Okay? And this is just the word to our Creator, God who created us. Now, having said all this, I want to believe that you can't just serve someone, you can't just, assist someone, give someone something. There should be a condition. Do we agree to that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me ask us, what are the conditions of the served and the server?
You know, situations like the example I stated earlier,
Okay.
about the pregnant woman, the student who failed the exam, you will see that their condition need to be served, and also need emotional support, like he said, through spiritual support too. They need it. They need to be encouraged. While the server shouldn't be the mock or stigmatized after serving or expecting a reward from the server.
Let's have it.
Yes, in a state of vulnerability or distress. And the server should be identified purposely in kindness or empathy and willing to give out without any reward.
Okay. Okay, thanks so much. The server should be willing to give. It shouldn't be someone that loves to stigmatize, to give people stigma. It shouldn't be someone that loves to make mockery, make jest of people's situation. I think it's also a very good thing. All right, I want to go for a short time out. Stay tuned. Like a military personnel.
Yeah, an ex-autopsy.
Sure, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I receive it.
Okay.
Yes,
All right. Can we meet you, sir?
Okay. I am ex-warrant officer at Pago. I reside within this community.
All right. So we are from 700 Great Foundation,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't know if you are happy to see us.
Oh, very, very happy. Very, very happy. I've heard of the foundation.
All right, from this ancient city of Ibadan, you're on to 700 Great Foundation. Here we've been discussing on serving in love. We've talked about the conditions, which is you don't have to be a stigmatizer, you don't have to be someone that mocks others, you don't have to look down on people, don't have to look down on the situation, rather you need to be an encourager. And now this will take us to our next question, our next point of discussion, that is, is we've talked about serving in love, right? We've mentioned the definition though, but it still occurred to me that is love actually an essential for serving? Is it really important that we love while serving?
Of course, we need to love while serving. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
I'm a believer, and the Holy Book which I read says, love your neighbors as yourself. The thing is, you can't love your neighbor if you don't love yourself.
So true.
You need to love yourself first before loving others, before serving others.
Okay.
Because what you do to yourself is what you are going to do to others. And also, love is very important in serving.
Wow.
The scripture said that for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Now, he gave us Jesus because he loved all of us. He did not want us to perish. Now, at the same time, Jesus came to the world and he was able to express that love to everyone that surrounds him. So actually, love is one of the most important tools that we can use as a Christian to serve others. Because if we don't have love, it will be very, very difficult, and we always find fault in doing it. It will be very difficult for us to serve our fellow human being without love. And one of the scriptures also talk about that whatever we have, even if we have money, we have house, we have everything, but we don't have love, we are just an empty barrel. So actually, love can fuel our service to humanity. Thank you.
Well, I wouldn't know if Olumide has something to say concerning this.
Servings, and it shows the compassion and sense of belongings to others, which are out of meaningful and impactful to the people we are serving to.
Okay, we've all give our own understanding of love as an essential tool for serving. All right, I think I've picked what I wanted to pick. I've picked one that I consider the major to me. And before we call it a day on this series, let me ask us this question. Okay, another point of discussion. We've been talking about serving, and in all profession, I believe they have their ethics, they have their rules, their way of doing things. Now, when serving, is there, apart from the ones we've mentioned, are there other ethics for serving? Okay, let's have it on.
Fairness and justice in service, and also empathy and understanding. Lastly, respect for the dignity of those being served.
Wow, I love that. Does anyone or do you want to shed more light before any other person speaks?
No.
No.
I want to talk about two things. Number one, being humble. Now, serving your fellow human being can be a little bit difficult. Sometimes if you want to rent, even if it's free, you are renting a service that is actually free. We're talking about a free service now. And even at that, some people might want to resist or make you feel like, look like a fool. But you have to be humble. One of the most important things that you need to work on is being humble. When you humble yourself, or probably you want to penetrate a particular area where you are not actually really welcomed, because probably they feel they don't need your help, or they don't know what you are carrying, what you're about to do. So you need to humble yourself. Fine, you are taking something there, you don't know what you are about to do, but if you are not careful, they might want to resist you at some point. But if you are able to humble yourself, then you open your hands to them, then they'll come around and you'll be able to render your service to them. And that thing is favoritism. Now, one thing I like about our 700 Grade Foundation is they don't show favoritism in their service. For example, you just go to a particular village. We don't care if you are Nigerian, if you are from another country. We don't care about the color. The most important thing is to render our service to put smile on people's faces. And that thing I like about 700 Grade Foundation. They don't show favoritism, and it's a very, very important ethics in serving others.
Need before our own need. As the 700 Grade Foundation is doing, we'll go out, we'll tell them that okay, this is what we have for you. We'll let them know the reason why we are here.
All right. right, I want to believe we've had it all, but we've had some of it that humility, selflessness, impartiality is also what part of the ethics for serving. And I think one thing I picked from Kayode when it was being asked, we were discussing, was that Jesus is a perfect example of humility. Jesus is a perfect example of selflessness, and Jesus is a perfect example of love in serving. Okay? And I believe that each of us should also emulate this. Now, before we call it a day, I wouldn't know if each of us has a parting word. Maybe tip off for people at home.
Serving in love isn't about duty or being expecting a reward or recognition. It's about humility, empathy, and care, regardless of the status, relationship, or reward.
Meant to both the server and the served, but it's also important to maintain healthy environment.
In our life, whether you are rich, whether you are poor, whether you have it all, there is a service that God wants you to render, to be able to render to others. It might be in the place of prayer, it might be in the place of giving people money or material things. So anybody can serve. God has given us something that we can use to serve others. And I want to conclude that nobody is too big to serve as far as we are doing it with the love of God.
Program that you need to serve in a healthy environment, you need to serve in love, and you need to serve selflessly. You don't have to be partial. Okay, my own party word, because I don't love being partial, I can't take it when you say something and I don't have to say something. My own party word is be humble when serving. And don't forget that if you want to be great, if you are too big to serve, you are too small to lead. You have to be humble. And until next time when we shall meet again on this same series, I remain peace, Godwin.
It was nice going out today, putting a smile on people's faces, the egg smile. A lot of people never expected what we did for them today, all courtesy to 700 Great Foundation.